What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Hey, RJ the DJ back with you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. You're halfway there. Whoa. What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Glad to see you again. Last we left off with the Expos. We got a 2-game series coming up here with the Mets that we'll get into shortly. Last we left off with them, they pulled another sweep out of their butts and beat the Cleveland Indians pretty convincingly in that final game. That was due in large part to Cannonball Mark Canha, 3 for 5, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs in that one. Home runs aplenty. There was 8 home runs, I think, to share all around. Amazing stuff that we're seeing. And we're getting close to the All-Star week. That's in 35 days, so that'll be coming up in about a week or a week and a half or so for that. We just did the draft yesterday as well, which was fun. We got a few new guys that will be debuting next season if we get that far. Hopefully we can get that far. But riding high right now at 48-11. That's 14 games in front of the Yankees at 34-26. They have faltered as of recently, but they're still doing well. They're still hitting over 500. And Blue Jays, Rays, and Red Sox all just at the bottom of the barrel. They have no chance to catch back up. So it's going to be a 2-horse race out of that division for sure. But we got a 2-game series that we're featuring with the Mets today, and then we'll play a Diamond Dynasty game just to make up for the 3rd game that we won't have today. And then tomorrow we'll feature the Rays series. That'll be out of Tampa. We'll see Tyler Glasnow go up against his former team. We'll see Randy Rosarena face his former team again. Glasnow and Richards, Felix Hernandez and Ryan Yarbrough, and Rick Porcello and Luke Weaver in that one. This one, we've got it's a rematch of when we went to go play them in New York. Anibal Sanchez against Taijuan Walker. And the finale of that, the quick 2-game series, Cole Hamels and Jacob deGrom. We got 2 deGrom. Unbelievably, he's a 4-6 record, 3.51 ERA. So it is possible you can get to deGrom. So we'll see how this all plays out. But we got a 2-game series for this. And then, like we mentioned, we'll do a Diamond Dynasty game from one of the custom stadiums, something like that. We'll show off that Power Squad Diamond Dynasty team. But we'll get to this first. But appreciate everybody hanging back out with me yet again with the Expos. So let's just dive on into her. We'll not waste any more time. Nothing we need to do transactionally. I think everybody's playing really well right now. Riding high 12 in a row at the moment. Injury in AAA, don't care. Do not care. We're not going to use anybody out of AAA except for Christian Colon. If we do use him, that would be the only time. So back at Labatt Park again, the homer friendly, and we're going to see some runs aplenty with this Mets team. With Lindor and Pete Alonso, I am sure they are going to go off. Pete Alonso, I think, is going to tee off for maybe 4 home runs in a game if we pitch to him. He may be that bad. But they have some boppers on their team that can get it done for sure. But the homer-friendly Labatt Park welcomes the Mets into town for a quick 2-game series. Bullpen is fresh and ready to go. That's nice to see. Anibal Sanchez, 6-1 record this year, 1.87 ERA. He's been just as good as Cole Hamels, actually almost identical to Cole Hamels, and we'll see him in the next game coming up. But this will be a good matchup to face the Mets. The Mets have Taijuan Walker going 2-3, 2.67 ERA, and then Jacob deGrom in game 2. Lineup looks like this, and we're going to keep everybody in it, I believe. We're going to need everybody for them. Wellington Castillo had a home run on the day. 9 at-bats and 3 home runs. You can't ask for more out of your backup catcher, of all things. That is awesome to see. And we're going to let Solano play. We're going to let everybody play the way they are sitting right now. The Mets will get a DH, so they'll have a few extra spots in their lineup. But we'll see a nice, potent lineup facing Anibal Sanchez. But here we go with that matchup. They have VR, McNeil, Smith, Alonso, Conforto, Lindor, Davis, Pilar, and McCann in their lineup. So here we go from Park Labatt, if you're being politically correct. See that on the scoreboard. We updated the splash landings. That is now at 16. So we will see what we get into today, but appreciate everybody hanging out. We're getting started with the quick 2-game series. That's all it is today. 2-game series, and then we'll play a Diamond Dynasty game to make up for the third. But there you see Anibal Sanchez. You mentioned All-Star Cy Young caliber year, 6-1, 1.87 ERA, 98 strikeouts in 72 innings of work and only 1 walk. I think Cole Hamels has him top with no walks still. But throwing at guys and finding his control very well. Here is Jonathan VR. He will lead things off. I believe he is the DH today for the Mets. We'll take a look at their lineup here. So Jonathan VR, yeah, he's the DH today. Jeff McNeil at second base. Dominic Smith in left field. Pete Alonso in the middle of that lineup at first base. We're going to have to watch out for him. Michael Conforto, also a good power hitter. They've got Frankie Lindor sitting 6th in their lineup at shortstop. JD Davis at third. Kevin Pillar is out in center field. Boy, if you didn't see in real life, Kevin Pillar got nailed on the face, and he is all black and blue. He is thankfully okay to even be able to play again. I don't know that they're using him yet. I think he's got to sit for a few days because he is all beat up. He looks like he got punched bad. All black and blue all over him, but luckily he is going to be okay in that. And then Jeff McCann, brother Brian McCann? I don't know if he's related or not, but Jeff McCann, the catcher on the day for Taijuan Walker. So here we go from Labatt Park. Anibal Sanchez ready to throw his first pitch. And we will be underway with the quick 2-game series from Labatt Park. The Expos, when they last played the Mets at Citi Field, took the 2-game series. The first one wasn't easy. The second one a little bit easier. They got to Jacob deGrom. And a first pitch in there for a strike, and we're underway. To the usual lineup we talked about with the game yesterday. Mark Canha went off in that series against the Indians. 5 home runs in that series. He now has 25 on the year, I believe, or maybe even 26 now. And we are just beginning the month of June. Ground ball play over there at third. Chad Pinder fires it over and 1 away to begin the ball game. But Chad Pinder had 2 home runs in that game yesterday, too, that final game. That was pretty amazing to see out of him. 2 of 8 home runs, I should say. And here's Jeff McNeil, the second baseman. Pretty even splits, a little better at home, but 259 hitter, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs, having a decent year to this year. Anibal winds and deals. He turns like Nomo and fires the ball 1-0. So the Mets visiting Canada, Montreal. As we mentioned, we had the 2-game series, the quick 2-game series in New York, and swept them. So the Mets would like to return the favor here. Here's a fly ball out to right center, and Arozarena running that one down and extends the glove out just in time for the grab and out number 2. Here's Dominic Smith. He's 4th in the NL left field all-star vote behind Matt Kemp. .254 hitter, 11 home runs, 39 RBIs. The lefty having a pretty good year this year, and they'll have to be careful with him that he doesn't play pepper off the right field wall. First pitch strikes in there. It looked a little low, but that's in there. 0-1. And it's fouled away. It'll be 0-2. On deck, as we mentioned, Pete Alonso. And I'm going to have to be really careful with that righty. He could play light tower power with this ballpark. He would love to be a member of the Expos and play in this park regularly. Here's the 0-2, and Splitter's got him, and that'll end the inning, so we'll have to wait to see Pete. He will lead off the second, but Anibal Sanchez gets his strikeout. First one of the day, and they're out of the first. Here's the bottom of the first, and here come Les Expos. So the Mets will counter with Taijuan Walker, and the Expos got to him last time they faced him, although it was a much closer game. I believe that was a thriller down to the 9th inning. And here comes the 2020 ALCS MVP, Randy Arozarena. He saved that ball game in game number 2. We talked about it yesterday. What a big win that was in game 2. Although they don't need him, they've won 12 in a row, and you see the Mets there in second place in the NL East, running away in the AL East. But that game number 2, Randy Arozarena saved that ball game in the 9th and allowed Mark Canha to walk that one off in the 10th. And that was with 2 strikes and 2 outs, down to their last strike, and Arozarena struck all right. He'll hit a ground ball up the middle. That's a play for the new shortstop for the New York Mets, Frankie Lindor, formerly of the Cleveland Indians. Here's the lineup for the Expos, your usuals. Solano, Canha, Reyes, Sanchez, Braun, Kemp, Pinder, and Hernandez, all hitting near the 300 mark or above. Here is Donovan Solano hitting .296, having great success at the top of the lineup, setting things up for guys like Canha and Reyes. He's got a 12-game hitting streak going on. He has 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. But getting it done, nice acquisition from the San Francisco Giants. And he takes the ball 2-0 from Taijuan Walker. On deck, cannonball coming, Mark Canha. And we'll see what he has in store for this quick series. Lays off 3-0. Canha, 26 home runs on deck. Ramon Reyes is starting to lose a little bit of the race with him. Canha just ran away in that series. The 3-0, and he's hitting, and that's going to be a base hit. And Pilar having a hell of a time out there. Took a dive while trying to corral it in. I think he was thinking about diving for it to make the out and thought better of himself and kind of laid up right at the end there. He just kind of laid out there at the end. So a base hit for Solano, and here comes the cannon. This is a career high 26 home runs for him, and we're only in June. Hey, baseball star, how we doing? Hope you're having a great day today. Welcome back. Just in time to see your favorite player, and I think all of ours, Mark Canha, standing in 26 home runs at this rate. And he's got 98 career home runs, 2 shy of 100, and he'll get that probably in this series. The 0-1 to him lays off. It'll be 0-2. Where I was going with Mark Canha. This is just a monster year for him. He's probably going to hit somewhere close to 70 home runs if this catches up. This stays the way it does. Definitely in the running for an all-star vote. If not MVP running. Here's the 0-2, and he fouls it away. He'll do it again. But Franmil Reyes has the better average, and I believe he has more RBIs than Mark Canha. A lot of Mark Canha's home runs have been solo shots. Here is the 0-2 from Walker. That's a curveball, and that'll be popped up. And it's actually hit pretty well and caught out there by Pilar. That actually kept carrying, and that almost went out. That was where he hit his walk-off in Game 2 yesterday in the stream. But that one is supposed to be just a pop-up carried all the way to the warning track, and Pilar had to go a long way to catch up with that one. But there is two-way, and here's Franmil, as we mentioned, that 351 average. Second in the AL right field all-star vote. I don't know how you don't vote him in to be a starter in right field. 19 home runs, 48 RBIs. So he is trailing Mark Canha now by 7. Canha just ran away. He's going to hit one out to right field. That goes just foul out there in the stands and out of play. And 0-1. 2 outs, a runner on first. That is Solano over there. Just getting started out of Labatt Park. Swung on a miss, 0-2. It's just a quick 2-game series, and then we'll have a Diamond Dynasty game for you to make up for it. But appreciate everybody hanging out with me today. Hope we're having a great Wednesday. Reyes fouls it away, and it's still 0-2. We will meet Pete Alonso when they come up here in the top of the second, and I have a feeling he is going to greet us well. We will see. Although a quick 2-game series, he could go off on any one of these games. Reyes will lay off 1 and 2. He is a bopper for sure. I'm wondering if we should even pitch to him. That's going to be up the middle for Reyes, and he's going to have himself a base hit. Polaro corral it. But it'll be first and second with 2 outs, still keeping it going. And that's going to bring up Gary Sanchez to the plate. So Reyes keeps his hot hitting going. That'll bring up the catcher, Gary Sanchez. I believe he's in the running for an all-star vote. I think everybody pretty much is at this point. What a ballpark to be playing in. Kind of bump your stats up a little bit. 9-game hitting streak for Gary Sanchez, 291 hitter. I don't know if he's ever seen 300, but he's getting close. 12 home runs and 23 RBIs. Looking to get the Expos on the board here in the first. If anything, 20 pitches for Taijuan Walker as they lay off for a ball, 1-1. So getting his pitch count going, and that's a big part of their game. Swung on and missed on that curveball, and it's 1-2. He was out of the zone. Well, Gary 1-2, here it is, and fouled away. Will do it again, making him work at least. That is a ground ball play for J.D. Davis. He'll fire it over to first and in time to get Sanchez. No problem there. And gets out of the little jam and ends the inning. Nice play by J.D. Davis there to make a dive to his right down the line. And probably saved a run that way as well. So we'll see Pete Alonso lead off when we come back. And here he is. Pete Alonso. If anybody's in a home run race with Mark Canha, that'd be Pete Alonso, 296, 22 home runs and 46 RBIs. He is first in the first base position in the National League. So got to pitch him carefully. He is going off this year. First pitch to him and fouls it away down that left side. Got a good rip on that one. He has had really good success against Sanchez, 5 for 9 with 2 home runs. So we've got to be really careful with him here. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be hit into the gap down the right field line. The shift was on for him, and he's going to try to take second. Here's the throw in by Reyes, and not in time. Pete Alonso is going to have himself a double to lead off the second. 11th double for him on the year. He is just a machine. Pair of first basemen among the home run race. And here is Michael Conforto, 236 hitter. He'll try to drive him in here with nobody out in the second and get the Mets on the board first. 1-0 to Conforto. He's in the running for an all-star vote in right field. 236 hitter, 9 home runs, 27 RBIs. A fairly good year for Conforto. A lot of good guys on that Mets lineup. They're just trailing the Braves by a game. A good lineup built to win in New York with the new owner, Steve Cohen. Buying the Mets from the Wilpon family. We know the Wilpon family for years. I hate to say it, I at one time was an employee of the Mets. working in spring training in St. Lucie, Florida, and their single A ball club, the St. Lucie Mets. That was for about 4 years I did that. After the Dodgers left in Florida, that's where I joined. I joined the dark side, joined the Mets. That was interesting. Not the same, but it was interesting. Frankie Lindor is on deck. It's a full count here with still nobody out. So he's going to be really careful here. Here is the 3-2, and swung on and missed on the splitter. Will get Conforto, and that's the second out. Our first out, second strikeout. So here we'll see the switch-hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor, the newest member of the Mets. Signed to a long-term deal. They just got that done recently at spring training. 10th in the shortstop all-star vote, but 246 hitter, 7 home runs, and 21 RBIs. Having a solid year. Also very good defensively. Takes a strike, 1-1 from Anibal Sanchez, and fouls it away, 1-2. So it's a quick 2-game series. We're just getting underway from Labatt Park, and then we'll have a Diamond Dynasty game to make up for the third game. So stay tuned for that. 2-2 to Frankie Lindor. Runner on second, Pete Alonso. 1 away, trying to score here first. Swung on and miss. He's got Lindor. Second strikeout of the inning, and third on the day already. So Sanchez trying to get out of a jam. And here is J.D. Davis, the third baseman. Saw him made a diving play in the first, hitting 280. And still got that runner stranded at second. 6 home runs, 27 RBIs for Davis, having a solid year. Taking over the third base position full time now this year. On deck, Kevin Pillar fouls it away. It'll be 1-2. Sanchez, 26 pitches in, trying to get out of the jam, and that's going to be popped up to right center. We'll see if Rosarena can run that one down. He's under it and makes the catch. So they get out of the jam. No problem for the Expos. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Still no score from Labatt Park in Canada. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Got quite a few people out today checking it out. This is Expos franchise. We're deep into the system. We're in the month of June now. I think first week of June, as you see Ryan Braun standing in. They're playing well. 48-11, I believe that is now. Doing really well in first place. Way ahead of the Yankees, 14 games. Ryan Braun takes the ball to lead things off here in the second against Taijuan Walker. 299 hitter, just shy of 300. And definitely in the race for an all-star vote. He is trailing behind Matt Kemp for left field because there is no DH this year for the all-star game. It is out in Colorado this year, and then next year in Los Angeles. Here's the 2-1 to Ryan Braun. He lays off. It'll be 3-1. On deck, as we just talked about, Matt Kemp. Having a nice little comeback here, as Ryan Braun is as well. Will be their last years. We'll see. Ryan Braun will foul it away, and it'll be full 3-2. Here is the 3-2 from Walker, and hit pretty well out to left field. He's going to wave it fair, and that's gone. Just got out, but Ryan Braun strikes first, and he's got his Expos in front, 1-0. 16th home run of the year for Braun. As mentioned, that is a great comeback year for him, and this is the ballpark to do it in. And taking his punches from Matt Kemp. So Ryan Braun strikes first. Solo shot to left. They love to play off that little short porch out there. 341 on the distance, so had enough to get out. Just barely. And quickly 1-0 here in the second. Here's Matt Kemp, 315 hitter, 14 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's among the top 10 in batting average with a lot of these guys on this squad. So still nobody away. Taijuan Walker throws his 30th pitch, and that's a swinging strike, 0-1. On deck, we'll see Chad Pinder and then Cesar Hernandez. Lays off 1-1. So the Mets brutally greeted so far. And here's that rally knot again, apparently. Checks his swing and 2-1. That gnat will just not go away. Two and one. He takes a strike. 2-2. Still nobody out. Fouled away and remains. So working the pitch count on Walker here in the second. Nearing 40 pitches, and swung on and miss. Kemp will go down on strikes, and a first out of the second. First strikeout for Walker. Here's Chad Pinder, and he had himself a hell of a day in game number 3 of the series yesterday. 2 home runs. Unheard of. He's only got 4 on the year. Or is it 5 now? It might be 5. He will foul it off an 0-1. Lays off 1-1. Chad Pinder making himself an everyday third baseman over there. Pretty good defensively. He can play in a ton of positions, so he's good wherever you need him. He's a plug-and-play infielder and outfielder, utility man. 1-2 here. Walker delivers, and it's going to be a ground ball plate for J.D. Davis over there. He'll spit it over to first, and no problem there for the second out of the second. So it's the bottom of the order, and it's Cesar Hernandez leading the second base all-star vote, but plays shortstop for the Expos. His primary position is second base when he was with the Indians. So in the vote, he is listed as a second baseman. Hitting .308, had himself a home run in the final game yesterday. But having a monster season, and he's at the bottom of the order. That just shows you how good this lineup is for the Expos. And he's got himself a fly ball out to right field, and that is going to hop off the wall on the top of the brick wall. He's going to have himself yet another double. We see it all the time with him. His league-leading 18th double of the year. He loves that high brick wall out in right field and pays dividends here. He'll be aboard on second, and he'll turn the lineup over for Randy Arozarena. So here's Randy 0 for 1 on the day, 2 away in the second. And first pitch to Arozarena, going to be down the third baseline and a fair ball. That's going to bring in Hernandez. We'll see Arozarena headed for second and dives in there with a double. An RBI double for Randy Arozarena extends the lead to 2-0. That is the 10th double for Randy. And just like that, a pair of doubles and a second run of the game. That'll bring a visit from the pitching coach. So still 2 away and striking. Here is Donovan Solano, 1 for 1. And he swings at the first pitch, 0-1. That was a nice little cutter there. On deck, Mark Canha, if he can reach. Solano now at 300, 200 ABs and 60 hits. That is hit pretty well out to right field. We'll see. That's going to fall, and here comes Arozarena to the plate. Here's the throw. It's offline, and Arozarena scores standing up. It's an RBI single for Donovan Solano, and 3-0. Keeping it going with some 2-out hitting. And here is the cannon. Mark Canha stands in. Runner on first, 2 outs. 44 pitches now for Walker here in the second. He's not going to last long like this. And first pitch strike outside, 1-0. He flew out back in the first, so he's 0 for 1. As we mentioned, 26 home runs. 4 ahead of Pete Alonso, who's leading the National League, I believe. That is hit well up the middle, but that's going to be right at Pilar. He doesn't even have to move. A liner, screaming liner, and caught for the third out. So that'll end the inning, but not before. 2 more runs tack on in the second. After 2, 3-0 your score. For the Mets, it's going to be 8-9-1 to begin the third. It'll be Kevin Pillar leading things off, 227 hitter, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs. He'll face Anibal Sanchez with 27 pitches through the first 2 innings, so he is on track.
What you're going to hear about today is nothing short of a miracle.
Yes, we are a miracle. 0-1 to Kevin Pillar. Swung on and missed. On deck is James McCann, the catcher, and he'll be back to the top of the order with Jonathan VR. Fouled away, and it'll still be 0-2. So Sanchez in line for another win, going for 6-1 on the year. Here's the 0-2. And fouled away, we'll do it again. Top of the third, 3-0 your score, Montreal. And fouled away, Pilar staying hot. Staying alive. 0-2 lays off that patented splitter, 1-2, and Sanchez thought I was in the zone. Talking a little bit with Blue. That is foul and staying alive. This is now the 9th pitch, or the 10th, I believe. Lays off on the splitter. 10 pitches on this at-bat against Pilar. Bottom of the order. Trying to run that pitch count up. Here is the 11th. And fouled away. So being pesky. And we'll see if it pays off for Pilar. Lays off on the fastball. 3-2. He's got him full now. Man. Sanchez just needs to regroup. Here's the 13th pitch. And fouled away on the fastball. His teammate Luis Guillorme in spring training had a 22 pitch at bat, I believe. Fouled away again. Oh my gosh. So here comes number 15. Just trying to set him down. There's still nobody out here in the third. And does, finally. He thought he had ball 4, and he will sit down. The 4th strikeout for Anibal Sanchez, but it came at a price. 15 pitches in the inning. There you see, now the Expo lead is 15 games in front of the Yankees as they lost today. So here's the bottom of the order. James McCann, now Anibal Sanchez at 42 pitches just in the third. So now returning the favor and racking the pitch count up on Sanchez. First pitch fouled away, and it'll be 0-1 to James McCann, the everyday catcher. Hits predominantly better against lefties. As you see, 217 there. He's going to have a base hit up the middle, though. And he's aboard with 1 out. We'll see what the second time around the order has in store for Anibal. And it's Jonathan VR, the DH, 0 for 1. When we were in New York and the Expos were playing there, Jonathan VR was playing out in center field. That's his normal position against right-handed pitching. And Jonathan VR robbed a home run from Franmil Reyes out there in Citi Field, out in center field. It was an amazing catch. We showed it a few times. It was a hell of a job by Jonathan VR. And he plays every position as well, but has a mainstay in center field. And he looks at called strike 3 here. 5th strikeout for Anibal Sanchez. He has 2 in the inning. So standing in, Jeff McNeil. On deck is Dominic Smith. 2 away in the inning here in the third. 3-0 Montreal, your score. Sanchez winds and deals. Going to lay off for a ball. 1-1. Pitch number 50 coming right here. All of a sudden, working up that pitch count. Ground ball, that should do it. Solano will fire over to first and ends the inning. So 50 pitches in through 3, and we'll see if he can recover after that. But he's got his team up 3-0 right now. Bottom of the third we go. It's 4, 5, and 6. Franmil Reyes leading things off, 1 for 1 on the day. Get a single back in the first. Like we said, he's falling behind on that home run race. Trailing Mark Canha in the American League now by 7. Well, he needs to slap a few here. Taijuan Walker goes back to work, and first pitch strike, 0-1. Walker, 46 pitches he needed through the first 2. Now here in the third, 47, and here comes number 48. Lays off 1-1. On deck, Gary Sanchez. After that, it'll be Ryan Braun. A couple base hits, and the Expos are ahead 3-0 right now. And a Ryan Braun dinger. Fouled away. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. As we mentioned, this is game 1 of a quick 2-game series for the Mets that we'll have on the stream today, and then we'll have a Diamond Dynasty game to make up for it. That is popped up in the infield, headed for foul territory, and Pete Alonso has it no problem. Make the catch for the first out of the third. Here's Gary Sanchez, 0 for 1, grounded out. Hasn't been as scary as Gary, but still a potent hitter, hitting .288. He's nearing career highs. Lays off 1-1. Every hitter in this lineup just complements the other, boosts them all up to do well. And I'm sure this park plays a large part in that, but guys are picking each other up. When one doesn't come through, the other will. That is popped up in the infield as well, so trouble getting it out of the infield. Alonso will take it by the pitcher's mound, and that's 2 away. There's Ryan Braun, as we mentioned last time up, solo home run back in the second. He'll stand in with nobody on and 2 outs. Recently hit his 300th career home run, and now looking for more. He now has 16 on the year. Ground ball, rolls foul to be 0-2. For the Mets, we'll see Dominic Smith and Pete Alonso when they come back in the top of the 4th. Look at this! Left center, we'll see if this carries, and that is going to one-hop off the wall. Ryan Braun's going to have himself a double here with 2 outs, and now has a home run and a double halfway through the cycle. That almost got out. That's the deepest part of the ballpark, left center there by the camera well, and that just one-hopped off the wall. So Braun's seeing it well today. I'll bring up Matt Kemp right behind him, 0 for 1 on the day. Try to drive him in here. Strikeout back in the second, he's 0 for 1. Braun does not run well, so it'll take at least a double. That's going to be up the middle. Diving stab by Lindor. He throws over, and that will get him out of the inning. Nice play by Frankie Lindor there. A couple good defensive plays on the left side of the infield for the Mets. So nothing doing, and after 3, still 3-0 Montreal, your score. Here is Dominic Smith, and on deck Pete Alonso to begin the top of the 4th. Dominic Smith 0 for 1. Anibal Sanchez 50 pitches evenly. Goes back to work in the 4th. We need to get that pitch count going. And he'll take this. First pitch, pop-up to center field. And Arozarena's got it for the first out. So with nobody on, here's Pete Alonso. He doubled back in the second, 1 for 1. Needs to get his guys on the board. 0-1. They've got the shift on the left side. So Mark Canha is the only man on the right. You see Franmil way out there in in right center again. Predominantly pulls the ball, but he slapped it down the other side his last time up and was rewarded with a double. He's got him here 0-2, trying to get the punch out. And won't chase. 1-2 on that splitter. On deck is Conforto. Pops it up. It'll be 1-2 still. Sanchez fires. Fastball, and he checks his swing, and they're going to say he went. And that's a strikeout of Pete Alonso. Nice one to strike out there. Here's Michael Conforto. 0-for-1. He struck out back in the second. So the bats for the Mets, for the most part, staying quiet. And here's a right field shot, and gone. And I have to eat my words. I just jinxed it. Michael Conforto goes yard over the right field brick high wall. And 10th home run of the year. The Mets are on the board. It's now 3-1. I didn't even get the sentence out of my mouth before he homered that one. So homers off of Anibal Sanchez. That's the first run he's given up. Hit it pretty well out there. Just got over that little high brick wall. And still with 2 away, a little 2-out hitting for the Mets as well. Here's Frankie Lindor. He's 0-for-1. If he can reach, it'll be... Can't even see who that is. J.D. Davis. Couldn't read the board out there in right field. It was so squinty. So 3-1. Mets finding their stroke on the Michael Conforto home run. Got Lindor 0-2 here, and fouled away. We'll do it again. The pool is full in left field. We just noticed that. Great weather out here in Montreal. Almost a full crowd too. Swung on and missed, and that'll end the inning, but not before Michael Conforto gets a solo shot to right field. Little dinger, line drive home run, and it's 3-1. So it's nice to see a fairly full crowd to see this best record in baseball, Montreal Expos, taking on the Mets. Chad Pinder will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be 8-9-1. Swung on and missed on the first pitch from Walker. It's 0-1. Walker 60 pitches through the first 3, so he's averaged 20 per inning. Here's a ground ball play for Lindor. They'll take this, and 1 out. If they want to keep Walker in the game, that's going to be a big part of it. Here's Cesar Hernandez, 1-for-1 with a double and a run scored. He started that rally back in the second. And he's going to hit a ball pretty well out to right field. That's going to hook just foul, and that'll go to the seats. Switch hitter hits from the left side against righties. And pulls the ball again, but just foul. It's 0-2. On deck, it'll be the top of the order, Randy Arozarena. 0-2 from Walker. Lays off on that fastball outside, 1-2. So a pair of home runs in the game, Ryan Braun and Michael Conforto. Mets trying to hang. That's going to be a ground ball play for Pete Alonso. He'll take it himself. Nice play for him. Scoop that one up. 3 unassisted for the second out. Here's Randy Arozarena. Doubled and later scored. He had an RBI. 1-for-2. If he can reach, it'll be Donovan Solano. A 2-for-2 day for him. He takes a ball 1-0 on a cutter. Walker, a much better inning for him. He's going to get another ground ball here. 3 in a row and ends the fourth. So it took him 69 pitches to get through 4. So 3-1, still your score. And the Mets will have the bottom of the order coming up. So for the top of the 5th, it'll be J.D. Davis. And then followed by Pilar and McCann. Anibal Sanchez, 61 pitches through 4 innings. out back for the 5th, and first pitch strike 0-1. Lays off, it'll be 1-1. This Mets ball club is a good one, potent offensively. And we'll see their star power, Jacob deGrom, pitch tomorrow. Or in the next game, basically. 1-2. That'll be a good matchup with Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels having an all-star year as well. Sanchez 1-2, here it is, and splitters fouled away. Guys are taking good healthy hacks. Can't put them down. Good ABs. Lays off in 2-2. Good take by JD Davis. 2-2 misses. 3-2. Don't know where. Boy, it was called outside. And running it full, 3-2. Something's got to give, and gets the called strike 3 on the splitter. Good pitch from Anibal Sanchez. 8 strikeouts on the day for him. And he's nearing Cole Hamels in the ERA lead, although he gave up the Conforto home run. Still among the leaders there. Here is Kevin Pillar, the center fielder, 0 for 1. And 70th pitch coming from Sanchez. This might be the final inning for him. Usually doesn't go above 90. Most guys don't go above 90 pitches. That's fouled away by Pillar. And it keeps them fresh in the rotation. So we'll see. It remains to be seen what they will decide to do. 2-run lead. So they have some options. They have a fresh bullpen today with a day off. Popped up, and we'll see if Hernandez can run it down. He will out in the outfield. Makes the catch. And 2 away here in the 5th. Here's James McCann, and it'll be the top of the order after him if he can reach. 1 for 1 on the day with a single. Fouls it right at the bullpen that we just talked about. They might not be as fresh now. They had the scamper. Somebody was jumping over there. Fouled away and quickly 0-2. So Sanchez would like to finish 5 strong. And gets a pop-up down by that bullpen, and Canna's not going to run that one down. And remains 0-2. Popped up, and that's a play for Braun over there in left. He'll take it, and that ends the 5th. So 1 run in 5 innings of work for Anibal Sanchez. Pretty well done. That should end the day for him. But 3-1, he's got his boys out in front. He's in line for a win. So the bullpen will get stirring, and it looks like they're going to go to a lefty. They're going to call upon, looks like Tim Collins to come out of that bullpen with a 2-run lead. Donovan Solano lead things off. On deck is Mark Canha. Taijuan Walker, 70th pitch coming for him right now here in the 5th, and lays off for a ball, 1-0. Their bullpen has a pair of lefties, David Peterson and Joey Lucchesi, in that bullpen. Guys making a mainstay. They have a good bullpen as well. Here is Donovan Solano. He has a fly ball out to the left field, and that's caught out there by Dominic Smith. Runs that one down. Normally a first baseman, but playing in the outfield with Pete Alonso, obviously getting the majority of first base. So a good play for him, and quickly 1 away. Here is Mark Canha. Quiet today, 0 for 2. Flied out and lined out so far in the game. And he's got himself a fly ball out to left and in front of the pool. That will drop. That is a full pool. That's good to see. That means it's almost summer. Actually, it's June in this game. It is summer. Just about. 1-1. Full crowds coming out. Nice to see. Here's a line drive out to left center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to roll towards the wall. Pillar will corral it, and sliding in feet first. Mark Canha's in with a double. So 1 out hitting for Mark Canha. Nice little poke job for him, and here is Franmil Reyes, and he'll try to drive him in. He's 1 for 2. Walker may be showing signs of fatigue now. Reyes singled back in the first. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 5th, 3-1 your score. The Expos trying to tack on another. Swings and misses on that curveball. And 0-2. He's got a good one. Try to keep the ball down here. Don't want him chasing. Swings and misses on the curveball again. And that is an out pitch for Taijuan Walker. Second strikeout for him. But more importantly, a big bat that they retire there in Franmil Reyes. So it'll be 2 away, and here's Gary Sanchez. He'll try for a base hit to drive in Mark Canha. Curveball again, why not go to it again, but lays off 1-0. Sanchez popped out and grounded out in the game, 0 for 2. They're trying to finish off 5 strong innings with only 3 runs given up, and that's fouled away, 1-1. And in this ballpark, that's all you can ask for. And they'll go to that strong bullpen after that. That's hit pretty well out to the left field, but that's going to go foul. And 1-2. Swung on and missed right down the middle. The splitter got him tied up, and they will leave Canha stranded at second. So 5 strong for Taijuan Walker, only gives up 3 runs, and that's good in this ballpark. End of the 5th, 3-1 your score. Still Expos out in front. So a couple of lefties coming up in the lineup, and they're going to go to Tim Collins with, let's see who's going to be right behind him. It's going to be David Robertson right behind. So Collins will face the lefties, and when it gets to Alonso, got to imagine they will go to Robertson. Tim Collins having a good year, 2.38 ERA, 1-0 record. And he will face the lefties in the lineup. Jonathan Villar, a switch hitter, will move over to the right side, although he's predominantly better against on the left side against right-handed pitching. First pitch from Collins, 0-1. So it's going to be a bullpen game the rest of the way. Here in the 6th. You got to imagine the same for the Mets. 1-1. Fouled away. It'll be 1-2. So we'll see if this is the right move or not. Fouled away. Fouled away again. They're going to make them work. They have been patient. They're also taking their hacks at the same time, if that's possible. Playing the Expos cue. 1-2. Swung on and missed. They'll get him this time. And strikeout for Tim Collins. Took him 7 pitches, but gets the first out of the 6th. That'll bring up the pair of lefties. Jeff McNeil and then following Dominic Smith. That's why you have the lefty-lefty matchup. That's going to be fouled down by the Expo bullpen. The ball boy just completely whiffed on that one. And it landed on the bench. 0-1, swung and a miss on a good slider from Collins out of the zone. 0-2. He's got McNeil all fooled. Here's the 0-2. Lays off on the fastball. 1-2. We mentioned on deck Dominic Smith, and Pete Alonso would follow if anybody can reach. 1-2 here it is, fouled away, and it stays 1-2. And whiffs on the slider again. So down goes Jeff McNeil. And that's second strikeout for Tim Collins in the inning. 2 away now. For the Mets, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. For the Expos, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. A much more quiet 3-1 ball game today, but we're just past the halfway mark. So 1 more to play in this series. Swung on and missed by Dominic Smith. He's 0 for 2 on the day, struck out and flied out. And 0-1 count here by Collins to Smith. On deck, Pete Alonso, and you've got to imagine they'll have the righty Robertson face him if Smith can reach. Lays off 2-1. Slider, good one in the zone. 2-2. Has been his out pitch so far. We'll see what he goes with. 2-2 here. Trying to get the strikeout. Fouls it on the changeup. Went away on the changeup. 2-2. Busts him with a fastball in, and that's going to be popped up for Gary Sanchez. Will run that one down in foul territory. Tim Collins does his job in the 6th, and he does it well. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, still leading 3-1. They'll go to a lefty of their own. David Peterson will face Ryan Braun to lead things off, although I don't know if a lefty is the way to go there, but they're going to do it anyhow. David Robertson in the bullpen. He'll have Alonso, Conforto, and Lindor in the lineup. So here is Ryan Braun, leading things off 2 for 2. He's got a home run and a double. Facing David Peterson here. 1-0. Peterson faces a fastball, slider, changeup, 2-seamer, and a curveball. So he's got a good assortment of pitches out of that bullpen. Fouled away. It's 1-1. Probably only feature maybe 2 or 3 of those pitches in relief here in the 6th. Fouled away. And we'll see if the lefty is the right move. You got Kemp and then Pinder in the lineup, all right-handed hitters. Cesar Hernandez is the only one that will move over, and he's a switch hitter. So I'm not sure if this is the way to go or not. We'll see. 2-2. Foul away will do it again. Who am I to manage? I'm just managing the Expos. Fouled away. Braun staying alive. Jacob deGrom will be in game number 2. We want you to stick tight for that. That one is foul. We'll see. Nobody's going to have a play on that one. I'll go to the Expo bullpen. 2-2. Popped up, and that'll be a play for McCann. He'll run this one down and makes the catch. So Braun is retired. 1 away here in the 6th. That'll bring up Matt Kemp 0 for 2. Kept him quiet, struck out, and grounded out on the day. After him, it'll be Chad Pinder. The lefty Peterson fires another pop-up in foul territory, running it down. Conforto dives and makes the catch on the bullpen. Right on top of the mound on the Expo bullpen. Conforto ran that one down and dived right on top of it. That had to hurt. Watch your belly, young fella. Dives right on the mound as David Robertson was warming up. He's like, dude, really? And makes the catch. What a defensive performance. Michael Conforto and the Mets, they are showing off right now. And here's Chad Pinder, now 2 away in the 6th. What a diving stab by Conforto, trying to dodge the bullpen out there. Pinder will pop this one up in foul territory, so 3 pop-ups in foul territory, and they're going to get out of the 6th. Nothing doing against the bottom of the order for the Expos. And we'll go to the top of the 7th now, 3-1 still. So here is Pete Alonso, and they're going to have David Robertson ready to counter. Oliver Perez warming up in the bullpen, the former Met. So Robertson, 1.08 ERA, 7 holds on the year. He's got his averages below 200 against lefties and righties. 35 strikeouts and 16 innings of work. He has got a tough task here in the 7th to try to keep this ball game within 2. First batter, Pete Alonso, 1 for 2 with a double on the day. He retired him with a strikeout last time. Nobody on, so that's what you want. Swung on and missed 0-2. Gonna face Pete. Make sure there's either 2 outs or nobody on. 0-2. Swung on and missed. He'll get Pete Alonso a big out number 1 here in the 7th. And second strikeout of Alonso on the day. So here is Michael Conforto, and he had the solo home run, the only run of the day for the Mets. That was out to right field. You got to be careful with him, too. 1-0. On deck, Lindor. Cutter, that's a good one. Cuts back in, and 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2. Double barrel action in that bullpen. Tyler Rogers and Oliver Perez. One of them will have the 8th inning, or maybe both. Lays off 2-2. Close one here, still 3-1. Swung on and missed, they'll get Conforto in the inning. Nice job by Robertson to retire the first 2 batters of the 7th on strikes. Got him there with a cutter. Coming back. Caught a lot of the zone. But 2 away. Here's Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Keeping Mets hitters quiet right now. Last scored in the 4th. 2 strikeouts for Lindor. And that's popped up to center field. And Robertson's going to get himself out of a nice little 7th inning of work. And it's time to stretch, so we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. 3-1, Expos your score. We'll be right back. So we're back to you live from the friendly confines of Labatt Park in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It is Expos Baseball on the show on Twitch. RJ the DJ back with you. 3-1. The Expos leading the New York Mets right now. In a pair of home runs, Ryan Braun and Michael Conforto on the Mets. And a couple of RBI doubles, the difference in this game. Just 3-1. 8 hits for the Expos, but only 3 runs so far. And we go to the bottom of the 7th with the bottom of the order. Cesar Hernandez facing David Peterson, and then on deck, Randy Arozarena. So Peterson earns another inning here in the 7th after pitching a good 6th. Hernandez checks his swing and lays off. It'll be 1-0. A full crowd out here to watch the Expos. First place Expos, top of the league. You cannot believe it. They have built to win, and they are poised for a playoff run, if we could ever get there. We're only in June. A long way to go still. 1-1. That's going to be up the middle. Peterson will take that himself and fire it over. And 1 away here in the 7th. Get the switch hitting Hernandez. Here's Randy Arozarena, 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. On deck, we'll see Donovan Solano. If anybody reaches, it'll be Mark Canha. Ground ball to be foul. Randy Arozarena predominantly doesn't hit lefties as well, so that's the reason why Peterson's staying in the ball game. Swung and missed 0-2. And when it gets to Mark Canha's spot in the order, he does hit well against lefties. Really well. Do be careful of that if you're Luis Rojas, the Mets manager. Popped up, and that's going to be a play for McNeil. He'll travel to the outfield and say hi to his friends out there for the 2nd out. Nice shades, young fella. So here is Donovan Solano, 2 for 3 on the day, having a nice little day. And you'll see Peterson with 2 away. Curveball, and that hits him on the first pitch. Wasn't trying to hit him. It was a curveball. Just got away from Peterson a little too far, and that is going to spell trouble because here comes Mark Canha, and he's 1 for 3 with a double back in the 5th, and we mentioned he hits lefties really well. So 1 on with 2 outs here in the 7th. Canna gonna try to do some damage. Hits it to right field, and that's gonna drop on the shift. And he's gonna have himself a double, and it's gonna be 2nd and 3rd. Second hit of the day for Mark Canna. And we talked about it. He hits him well. 11th double for Canna. Having a 2-for-2 day without having any home runs. That's amazing. He can do other things. He can do it all. So he's aboard on 2nd. Solano on 3rd. 2nd and 3rd, and here is Franmil. It doesn't get much easier from here. Franmil hitting well against lefties also. First pitch to him is going to be a ground ball play. They may get themselves out of it. And then Dorr fires it over, and in time. A little hop play by Pete Alonso. Nice play to make a stab on it. And that ends the 7th with 2 runners stranded. 3-1 still, your score. So the Mets bullpen does the job, and it's J.D. Davis leading things off, bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. And they will go up against Tyler Rogers out of that bullpen. Oliver Perez warming, in case you need to face any lefties in the lineup. So here is Rogers. 19 for 21 in save opportunities. They'll get a hold here. Needs to do better against righties, though. 250 average. You'll see J.D. Davis, the righty, 0 for 2. And first pitch from the Submariner, down low, and 0 and 1. Well, they have Rogers on this staff. Try to limit the fly balls as much as possible in the bat park. 0 and 1 and foul. They could probably use another from the left side. Keep a note of that. Maybe we'll try to find that guy. Popped up, and Gary Sanchez will have that in foul territory. Out number 1 entering the 8th. So it's Kevin Pillar, 0 for 2. Bullpen on both sides holding up since the 6th inning. Not much action to speak of. Pair of home runs on both sides. That was early in the ball game. That is past Canna over there at first base, and that's going to roll to the right field wall. Reyes will corral it, but Pilar is going to be on second with a 1-out double, and here come the Mets. 10th double of the year for Kevin Pilar. And now the bottom of the order, James McCann. Let's see how they want to deal with this with 1 away. Strike 0 and 1. They do have Oliver Perez ready to go. Just in case they get to that spot in the order with lefties. 1 and 1. And in there with a strike 1 and 2. Well, Mets trying to strike again. Only 1 run on the day. They have scored since the 4th. Ground ball, diving stab by Hernandez. He's not going to have a play. He'll fire it over to no avail. Keeps it in the infield, but the runners advance. It's 1st and 3rd with 1 out, and here is Jonathan VR. And they got to figure out how they want to pitch to him. They're going to go after him with 1 away. I figure this will be the last batter for Rogers with the pair of lefties coming up. Oliver Perez will be ready to face them. VR is 0 for 3, struck out back in the 6th. Rogers will try to get out of a jam here. The tying run is at first base, the winning run at the plate. 1 and 1, ground ball play. They're going to go home with it. Canna throws home and got his man. So they do get the play at the plate. They will not try for 2. They wanted to get that runner out. So it's 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. They get their man, although it looked like he may have beat that one out. They may want to challenge that, and they don't. Jeff McNeil standing in, a lefty. They're going to go to Oliver Perez out of the bullpen. Brito Ozuna will warm up. It's Oliver Perez coming in to finish off the 8th. They want to take no chances. 1.62 ERA for Oliver Perez facing his former team. He was a starter in the Mets organization years ago. But now tasked with a lefty-lefty matchup here. Jeff McNeil 0 for 3. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. They prevented the run from coming in. So it's still a 2-run game. But the winning run at second winning run at the plate. Tying run at first. Out of the way, 0-2. 0-2, here it is. Popped up, and we'll see. It's going to be a tough play. Solano makes the catch in the outfield. That prevented a run from scoring, and they erase the Mets in the 8th. Couple of hits, but they have nothing to show for it, and we go to the bottom of the inning, still leading 3-1. So it'll be either Roberto Ozuna or Oliver Perez for the 9th inning. The save holds. We'll throw Ozuna out there. So here's Gary Sanchez to lead off the 8th. David Peterson still out there working, and that is off of his head or off of his neck, somewhere on the top of his body, and oh, that was horrible to see, and I don't know why they are cheering. Oh, that looked like it hurt on Peterson. They made the play. 1-6-3 on the plate. Lindor. How is Peterson okay? He took a comebacker off of, it looked like off of his collarbone. Oh my gosh. Why would you cheer that? Oh, that looked nasty. Right, he's gonna stay in the game. Ryan Braun standing in 2 for 3. And 1-0. The attendance, 45,163. That is the largest we have seen attended since opening day. That is hit pretty well out to right center, and that is going to be in front of the warning track, and Fordo makes the catch for out number 2. Still 3-1 your score. Will it hold? Matt Kemp standing in 0 for 3. If he can reach, it'll be Chad Pinder. Kemp will pop it up on the first pitch, and that's going to be to center field. A play there for Pilar, and nothing doing for the Expos. We'll go to the 9th. We'll see Roberto Ozuna try to get the save. It's going to be a tough one. Dominic Smith, Pete Alonso, and Michael Conforto when we come back. So here we go. Roberto Ozuna going to try to get a tough save. 18 for 19, 163 ERA. He has got to keep runners off the base paths and out of the air. Dominic Smith, 0 for 3, leads things off. And first pitch to him is going to be fouled away, 0-1. Just trailing by 2, the Mets trying to scratch some hits in the 9th. Foul ball, be 0-2. They have not scored since the 4th on the Conforto home run, but he is looming. He is in the hole. 0-2. Swung on and missed. They get Dominic Smith with a strikeout on the slurve in 3 pitches and the first out. Ozuna trying to tie Tyler Rogers for the league leader in saves. Here is Pete Alonso, 1 for 3 on the day with a double back in the 2nd. Since then, he's been quiet with 2 strikeouts. Slurve and a good one, 0-1. That's his out pitch. To complement that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. 97 here, and fouled away quickly, 0-2 to Alonso. We'll see if he can get out of it. 0-2, lays off 1-2. Remember, we've got one more on tap in this series, and then we'll play something on the side, Diamond Dynasty. Here's 1-2, and fouled away. Alonso will stay alive. 97 on that one. That is hit into the gap in left center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So the tying run coming in, he's going to head for second. Little miscue there by Rosarena. He is in there with a double. A 1-out double for Pete Alonso. The tying run now coming to the plate. So you don't necessarily want to have a force out and walk the guy, because the tying run will be a big deal. So here is Michael Conforto, 1 for 3. There's only 1 out. And he has a home run in this game. He could tie this one up. Foul ball. 0-1. Tying run at the plate. They don't want to walk Conforto and put the winning run at the plate after how many home runs have gone around. Popped up in the other side, on the other side of the bullpen, and foul. This is Ozuna's game to win or lose. The 0-2 lays off 1-2. Tough one here, as we mentioned. Doesn't get any better. On deck is Lindor. Swung on and missed. They'll get Conforto here with a strikeout, and now 2 away. And it's got to be up to Francisco Lindor if they want to keep it alive. He is 0 for 3. Flew out back in the 7th. Now just 1 out away, getting out of it. Alonso the runner on first. A slurve misses, 1-0. So it's up to Lindor. They want to keep it going. On deck is J.D. Davis. 1-1. Tying run at the plate. They just need to drive in a few. Swung on and missed, and now down to their last strike. It's 1-2. Ozuna looks in for the sign. He's got one. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. We'll do it again. The capacity crowd, 45,000 on their feet in Montreal. They want to see a strikeout here. A 1-2. Swung on and missed. And the Expos hang on, win it 3-1 and extend to 13 in a row. They will take game 1 of this quick 2-game series. The Mets, only 1 run on the day. 6 hits, no errors. And for Montreal, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. So, pair of home runs on both sides that held up, and a couple RBI doubles was enough for the Expos today. And what was more of a pitching duel and a bullpen game towards the end. The Expos prevailed. Ozuna gets the save. They'll get Anibal Sanchez a nice little win today. And that's your ball game. Taijuan Walker gets the loss. Sanchez, 5 innings of work, 3 hits. He was good. He just ran the pitch count up. 8 strikeouts and 1 earned run given up. Conforto, as you see there, 1 for 4 with the home run. Alonso had a 2-hit day with 2 doubles. Could not drive him in. Braun 2 for 4 with a home run. Canna 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. So still contributing even when he doesn't hit home runs. So that is game 1 in the books, and we will get into game 2 here shortly. But a nice little win by the Expos. Not sure why it's so quiet right now. There we go. We got a gold ball player pack. That's cool. Out of the deal. But this is going to be a big matchup here. Cole Hamels against Jacob deGrom. Always a tough one when you face deGrom, although the Expos prevailed last time they faced him. And the Expos are going for win number 50 already in June. Just 11 losses as you see there. We're going to get into it right now. Big game for them. deGrom and Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels been equally as good. 6-1 record, 167 ERA. So here we go. The Bat Park, as you see, holds 45,000. So that was a capacity crowd to see the Mets in town. Bullpen, little taxed, but not too shabby. They'll be okay. Cole Hamels ready to go. Donovan Solano will give him the day off, I believe. And we'll pencil Greg Garcia in the lineup. He doesn't get as much action anymore than he used to. So we'll bump Cesar Hernandez back up to second in the order. Canna Reyes, Sanchez, Braun, Kemp, Pinder, and Garcia will round out that lineup. That will work out well. And here we go. Jacob deGrom and Cole Hamels. This will get interesting. deGrom always touches 100. So it's hard to hit. Sometimes he touches 101. So here we go. the finale from Labatt Park. Quick 2-game series with the Mets. Expos prevailing 3-1 in game 1. Mets stayed tough though. We have a tough task ahead. It's Cole Hamels having a hell of a year. 6-1, 167 ERA, 105 strikeouts in 75 innings of work, 3 walks given up. And leading things off is going to be Jeff McNeil. And we'll take a look at their lineup real quick, see if there's any changes in their lineup. They have Pilar hitting second and DHing. Smith, Alonso, and Lindor. Conforto bumped down, although he had the home run. J.D. Davis, Villar, and McCann. So same lineup, just switched around a little bit in the order. So here we go. Jeff McNeil will lead things off against the lefty Cole Hamels. Lefty-lefty matchup to begin from Labatt Park. First pitch, 95 miles an hour. He's pumped and ready to go. 0-1. See the Expos going for win number 50. 49-11 on the year. We have played 60 games. This is game number 61 now in the season. We'll have a 3-game series tomorrow on the stream with the Tampa Bay Rays. And Friday will feature a 4-game series with the Cleveland Indians at Cleveland. So stick on tap for that. That's going to be good. 1-2 lays off. 72 degrees, clear skies, beautiful weather from Montreal. Can't complain at all. The pool has been full. The crowds have been full. Coming out to see their first place Expos. 1-2, fouled away. Such a beautiful ballpark. We love playing out here. Ground ball play for Canna. They'll take it. It's in foul territory, though. 1-2. We just love playing out here. It's a great offensive ballpark. Not so great for pitching, but if you know what you're doing, get the strikeout pitch going, and you're okay. Fouled away by McNeil. And here's the 1-2. Swings and misses, and down goes McNeil to start the ball game. First strikeout for Cole Hamels, 1 away. Here's Kevin Pilar, and he hits lefties well, so we'll see what he does today. Right-handed hitter. 232 home runs, 12 RBIs. Takes a ball outside, 1-0 from Cole Hamels. On deck, Dominic Smith, a lefty. If anybody reaches, it'll be Pete Alonso. It's going to be a tough one for Cole Hamels to face Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso tears up lefties. The 2-0. Lays a circle change in there for a strike, 2-1. So this is the second game of the 2-game series, and we'll have a little Diamond Dynasty game just to make up for the for the short series. 2-1 coming, and that's hit pretty well. That might be a pull shot out there. That goes over everything, and just foul. Hey, Dodger Dubs, how we doing today? No worries. Hope you're doing well today. We are in game number 2 of the 2-game series. Just getting underway here, top of the first, but we won game 1, 3-1. It's a pitching duel, bullpen game for the most part. But got the job done on the Mets. Here's Pilar, 2-2. But hope you're having a good day. Hope you're enjoying your day today. Two and two, here it comes. Curveball misses. That sweeping curve just fell out of the zone. 3-2. As we mentioned on deck, Dominic Smith. Still one out here in the first. Here is the 3-2. Caught him. He got called up. Shouldn't you be on the road then? I mean, that's awesome. Two outs. Here's Dominic Smith. He'll take a strike. 0-1. 0-1, 0-2. If a game later tonight, well, if he got called up, he got to go. Gotta waste no time. Got to go. fouled away. Oh, 2 to Dominic Smith. Here it is, and fouled away. We'll do it again. And got the call on the outside corner. And Cole Hamels quickly retires the Mets. Well, I wouldn't say quickly, but gets him out on strikes. Go to the bottom of the first. Expos coming to bat. Here is Jacob deGrom. Been a rough one for him, 4-6, 3.51 ERA, but he is good at any time. He can get hot. 70 strikeouts and 77 innings of work. And he will have a tough task with the Expos, but here we go. Always a tough one with deGrom. Here's Randy Arozarena, 264 hitter, 15 home runs, 37 RBIs. Having a monster year, leading things off for the Expos here. deGrom fires his first pitch in and inside with the slider at 92. That was Anibal Sanchez's fastball. That's what he doesn't even top out at 92. And 1-0 to Arozarena. On deck is going to be Cesar Hernandez, and then after that, Mark Canha. Fastball at 100, and he's geared up and ready to go. We've got to catch up to that. 1-1. Well, we may see some home runs in this ballpark then. 2-1 on the changeup. Because if you're throwing it that hard, it may go out just as fast. I appreciate you hanging out anyhow, but yeah. Thanks for that, and congratulations. Fastball, and that is going to be popped up to right field and caught out there by Conforto. But yeah, good luck to you. Take care. So we'll see Cesar Hernandez, Mark Canha, Franmil Reyes, Gary Sanchez, Ryan Braun, Matt Kemp, Chad Pinder, and Greg Garcia getting the start today rounds out the lineup. Here is Cesar Hernandez. Getting a bump up to the second spot with the day off for Donovan Solano, hitting .309. Tearing it up. Fastball at 100. Swung on and missed 0-1. 10 home runs, 31 RBIs on the year. All-star year for Hernandez. On deck, Mark Canha. That is hit pretty well out to right field, and that is gone. That just kept traveling. Wasn't sure if that would stay fair, and he homers off of deGrom. 11th home run of the year for Cesar Hernandez. He's got his boys out in front here in the first. It's 1-0. Paying dividends at the top of the order. And that just got out in right field. We had to wait and see. That was towering. And homers off of deGrom. We mentioned it. You throw it that hard, you may get hit harder in this ballpark. So it'll remain to be seen. Here's Mark Canha. Here's somebody that can hit it hard. 283 hitter, 26 home runs, 53 RBIs, 2 doubles in the series, no homers yet. After being quiet, he's going off on a tear. He was so quiet on that 10-game road trip and then just went off. 5 home runs in the last series. We'll see what he has in store with the Mets and Jacob deGrom here. 0-1. Fastball, that's fouled away. That's a 99 down low. And 0-2. Two lays off 1-2. One, two, that is hit pretty well out to left center. That's popped up. Too much elevation. and caught out there in center by VR. Here is Franmil Reyes. 2 away now in the first. 349 hitter, 19 home runs, 48 RBIs on the year for Franmil. And with the bases empty, DeGrom will face Franmil. A home run by Cesar Hernandez so far. The difference, 1-0 in the first. The Expos strike first again. 0-1 fastball at 102, and Franmil couldn't lay off on that one, making him look foolish. Here's 1-1. Lays off, but it's in there for a strike on the changeup. 1-2. That fastball will top out at 102. That is amazing. 1-2, and hit pretty well out to right center. We'll see if that falls, and VR will run it down to make the catch. Nice job for him. So that retires the side, but Cesar Hernandez goes yard to right field. 11th of the year for him, and it's 1-0 after 1. Here is Pete Alonso, 300 hitter, 22 home runs on the year, 46 RBIs, and he will face Cole Hamels here. It's going to be a tough matchup with Pete Alonso all day. Begin the second. Here we go. First pitch to Alonso, fouled away, 0-1. On deck, Francisco Lindor. He'll hit from his better side, the right side. Swung and a missed, 0-2. Lays off 1-2. So yesterday, Alonso had 2 doubles, hit one late, but he also had 2 strikeouts in the game. So if they can limit the hits, hard hit balls, and that swung on and missed. So there you go. Strikeout of Alonso. That's 4th strikeout for Cole Hamels on the day. And they'll see Francisco Lindor now. Switch hitter hitting from the right side this time. Hitting 241. That's his power side from the right. 241, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. Having a solid year already in New York. Just getting used to everything. He's making himself at home. He's loving it out here. And the 1-1 from Hamels lays off, 2-1. And that is hit pretty well out to right field, and that is off the top of the wall, and Franmil took a stab at it, but he's not going to get it. That's going to be a double for Lindor. That just hit the top of that high wall out there. And Lindor on second with a 1-out double. Almost got out. Just nicked the top of it. Franmil thought he might have had a play at it. Took a dive or a jump at it and did not get it. Here is Michael Conforto. Lefty-lefty matchup here, but he homered in the game yesterday. 236 hitter. And a first pitch strike, 0-1 to Conforto. So we'll see. Runner on first, chance to drive him in here. Base hit will do the job. Strike, 0-2. Fouled away. Hamels 31 pitches here with 1 out in the second. So they're making him work through the order. And called strike 3 on the 2-seamer. He's got himself another strikeout, 5th on the day already. The first 6 that he has faced. He only hit the double. He's on second. Here's J.D. Davis, 276 hitter. Takes a strike, 0-1. 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. And trying to get out of it. 0-2. We'll see if we can get another strikeout on the deal. Struck out the side in the first, trying to strike out the side in the second. And strand that runner. Lays a fastball into zone up high, but a little too high apparently. And 1-2. And I'm going to get a ground ball play here. And it'll be Greg Garcia over there at second. Makes the play and ends the inning. So good 2 innings of work for Cole Hamels. Labored a little bit, but got out of it with the runner stranded on second. 1-0 your score as we go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Gary Sanchez leading things off, the catcher. Hitting 281. On deck will be Ryan Braun and then Matt Kemp. Jacob deGrom back to work, 16 pitches through the first one. And a fastball hit really well out to right center and gone on the first pitch that Gary Sanchez sees. 100-mile-an-hour to him, 105 going out on the velo. We talked about it. You throw it that hard, you may get hit just harder. And Gary Sanchez leads off this inning with a home run. 2-0 your score. This is not the ballpark for deGrom, apparently. That was hit to the deepest part of right center and went out screaming 105 miles an hour. That is amazing exit velo. A perfect swing. And here is Ryan Braun, 304. 2-0 your score. Fastball at 100. Got by Braun and swung on and missed. 16 home runs, 34 RBIs for Braun. Among the race. Of course, it's all Mark Canha. Slider at 92 and fouled away. We are just in awe of deGrom's pitches. But you throw it that hard and you can catch up to it, you have a chance to hit it harder. Right back. This is the ballpark for you. 1-2. In the dirt and fouled away. It'll stay alive. 1-2. Cesar Hernandez and Gary Sanchez home runs today. Swung on a miss by Braun. He'll go down swinging. And one away here in the second. Here is Matt Kemp. Now falling to second in the left field all-star vote. 309 hitter, 14 home runs, 29 RBIs. He's trying to get the start in left field. First pitch he sees from deGrom. Fastball, and this is towering. And gone to the back part of the first deck. Matt Kemp slams it shut in left field, and that's now 3 home runs off of deGrom, all on fastballs, hit just as hard back. So Kemp caught up to that one and hammered it. Lindor can't believe it. Third home run, 3 solo shots, and 3-0 your score. They are getting to deGrom now. They are just waiting on that fastball, as they do for many of their pitchers. 383 on the distance, 95-mile-an-hour exit velo. A nice little shot for him, and here's Chad Pinder. deGrom has to recover here in the second. Now gives up 2 home runs and 1 in the first. Swung on and missed by Pinder. 0-1. Pinder, 249, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. He's had a good last couple days. He is finding his stroke now. Fastball swung on and missed at 100 and 0-2. So it just remains to be seen if you can hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. You can hit it out here. Ground ball play for Jeff McNeil over there. He'll fire, and then finally second out of the second. That'll leave it up to Greg Garcia with 2 away, the bottom of the order. 254 hitter, 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Plays a multitude of positions, playing at second today, and he'll pop up the first pitch to center field, and that's going to be run down out there by VR. He makes the catch and retires the side. The 2 home runs on the inning by Gary Sanchez and then Matt Kemp have the Expos up 3-0. So here we'll see VR. Just made the catch to end the second. And it'll lead things off against Cole Hamels. 36 pitches in the first 2 innings of work, but doing good. 5 strikeouts already. And first pitch fouled away, 0-1. The pool is plentiful and plenty full. Swung on and missed 0-2. Everybody having fun in Montreal. It is starting to get hot. Nice weather as swung on and missed. Look at VR. That's the 6 punch out for Hamels. And here is James McCann. Takes a ball, 1-0. McCann, 226, 7 homers, 18 RBIs. A mainstay behind the plate for the Mets. And that's what they needed. And that's a comebacker, and that's off of Hamels, and we got to make sure he's okay. Greg Garcia will fire it over, and he'll be there in time to get the play, but the attention turns to Cole Hamels. He's a 1-4-3, and that hit him in the shoulder. That was his pitching arm over there. And that had to have hurt Hamels. We'll see if he's okay. He's going to call everybody off. Just might leave a bruise. So that hurts. He's going to stay in this ball game. We'll see. He's going to face Jeff McNeil here, top of the order, and a ball, 1-0. See if that throws him off at all. You hate for something to happen to Cole Hamels at this point in time in the season. They'll take it easy with him. If they need to go to the bullpen, they have a few guys that can do the job. In there with a strike, 1-2. And 2-2. Cole Hamels did leave a start early in the year. After an inning and 2/3, he was getting rocked. As he swings and misses here, and they end the inning quickly. 7 strikeout for Hamels. Hopefully, we'll keep an eye on Hamels and make sure he's okay. And 3-0, your score going in the bottom of the third. 1, 2, and 3 for the Expos. It's Randy Arozarena leading things off. He's 0-for-1 with a flyout. DeGrom back to work after getting shell-shocked. 3 home runs off of him. Back to work here, and that is hit pretty well out to center field. VR will have a first pitch out. DeGrom. Here is Cesar Hernandez. He has a solo home run, 1-for-1. On deck is Mark Canha. If anybody reaches, it'll be Franmil Reyes. Looking for a bounce back inning here. That is hit pretty well out to left field, and we'll see if this one carries at the warning track, and Dominic Smith makes the catch. Just stayed in the yard. Almost had his second home run of the day, and here is Mark Canha. 0-for-1 with a flyout. See what happens here against DeGrom. 30th pitch coming. Lays off of 1-0. Canha will blast one in the upper deck if you give him a chance. So will Franmil. 1-0. Lays off 2-0. Patient Canha. Trying to keep the inning alive. 2 away already in the third. Fastball up high, and his eyes lit up. Could not lay off. 2-1. Still a good hitter's count here, though. 2-1, he'll lay off, and it's 3-1. On deck, Franmil. See what Canha does here, 3-1. Put you a good pitch. Fastball, and jammed him inside and popped up again to center field. Another play for VR out there, and that ends the third. So nothing doing for the Expos this time around. A better bounce back inning for Jacob DeGrom. His team trails 3-0. Here's 2, 3, and 4. It's Kevin Pillar leading things off. He struck out back in the first. Cole Hamels back to work, 46 pitches through the first 3, and that is hit pretty well out to right field. We'll see. Franmil Reyes running it down. That's going to be off the wall, but that was foul. Oh. Thought that might have been a fair ball. They're going to say that just went foul off that brick wall. Directly off of the brick wall in the right. So, keeps the at-bat going. And it's 0-2 to Pillar. On deck, Dominic Smith in the hole, Pete Alonso. Nobody reaches, it'll be Francisco Lindor. see how Hamels does the second time around in the order. I mentioned we're keeping an eye on him. He got hit on the neck or collarbone area. And that's going to be hit pretty well out to left center. That's going to roll to the wall. Rosarena corrals it. And that's going to be a double for Pilar to begin the fourth. So here come the Mets. They've got themselves a base runner. They will try to tack on a run. Here is Dominic Smith, 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Runner on first, Pilar, good speed. Swung on and missed, 0 and 1. He's 0 for 5 in the series. They've kept him quiet. Pete Alonso, though, is on deck. Want to pitch to Smith. 1 and 1. Smith has been good with runners in scoring position. 340, you see there. Here's the 1-1. Curveball drops it in there. And a dandy 1 and 2. Looking for a strikeout here. 1 and 2. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. Inside with a two-seamer and gets him swinging. Big out there. 8th strikeout for Hamels, and we're only in the 4th. He's getting his outs exclusively on the strikeout. Here is Pete Alonso, and he could get his boys within a run off of Cole Hamels if he's not careful. Fouled away. Cutter in the zone. A little too much of the zone. And 0 and 1. He struck out back in the second. They have kept him quiet his last 3 at-bats. 0-1. Lays off 1 and 1. Three 0 your score. Expos lead. Top of the 4th, but the Mets are threatening. 1 on, 1 out for Pete Alonso. 1 and 2 here. Hamels looking for the strikeout and fouled away. We'll do it again in 1 and 2. 1-2 coming, lays off. It'll be 2 and 2. Francisco Lindor, we mentioned, on deck. Alonso keeping alive. Fouls it away again. Looking for his pitch. Cole's trying to retire him here. Fouled away again. Being feisty. There's the 8th pitch of the at-bat right now. 2-2. Curveball, and he lays off. Good take. 3 and 2. Now the runner might be on the move. Pilar staying put. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. This is now the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Running Cole Hamels' pitch count up here in the 4th. They're going to try to knock him out of this game either way. Lays off and ball 4. And now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Francisco Lindor. 1 for 1 on the day. He'll hit from the right side. That is his power side. He just missed a home run. Back in the second, it was a double off the top part of the wall. So now in some trouble is Cole Hamels. With 1 away, the double play is in order. And he takes a strike here. 0 and 1. Oh, let's see what happens here. Lays off 1 and 1. On deck is Michael Conforto. Right now, first and second, 1 away for Francisco Lindor. And that's going to be up the middle, and that should score a run. Rosarena's got to go a long way. He's going to fire over to third, try to get Alonso, but he's in there safe. At third, a run scores, and the Mets have a run on the board, 3-1. This is your score from yesterday, and they're still threatening. First and third with 1 out, and here is Michael Conforto. We're going to have a mound visit to talk to him, how to face him. It's a lefty-lefty matchup against Conforto. But the pitch count getting a little high for Hamels. 68 pitches. He's not out of the 4th yet. Oh, got to get out of a jam here. Double play is still in order. 23 pitches this inning and a ball. 1 and 0. Lays a strike in there on the changeup. 1 and 1. Porto trying to tie this ball game up, maybe. Base hit brings him within 1. A home run would put him in the lead. First and third, 1 out, 1-2 count. Cole Hamels going for a strikeout, and does. He gets the punch out here, swinging a big out number 2 in the 4th. 9th strikeout on the day for Cole Hamels. That has been his exclusive out pitch. So going for the final out here. Here's J.D. Davis, 0 for 1. Got to be careful with him. He's a good slappy hitter. And ground ball rolls foul. 2 outs. They're trying to get out of the jam. Just a run given up. Let's see what happens here. Lays off on the 2-seamer, 1-1. Boy, I don't know if Cole Hamels is going to get out of the 4th. Foul away, 1-2. Like to get him the win. He's got to get out of this inning. Swung on and missed. So he gets his strikeouts exclusively on the 3 outs. And Cole Hamels has 10 punch-outs on the day through 4. Labored a bit, but only gave up a run. It's 3-1, your score going to the bottom of the 4th. Nice job for Cole Hamels to get out of the jam. Took him a few pitches to do it. But we're going to the bottom of the 4th, and here's Franmil Reyes. It's 4, 5, and 6, facing Jacob deGrom. 34 pitches through the first 3. Had a much better bounce-back inning. He has given up 3 home runs on the day. First pitch to Franmil, up high, and his eyes lit up. 99, fouls it away, 0-1. On deck is Gary Sanchez with a home run, and Ryan Braun after. 98 on the fastball, 0-2. They're enticing him with the fastball. 0-2, here it is, lays off on that slider at 95, up high. My gosh, trying to get him to entice. 1-2. Swung on and missed on the changeup. Gets him swinging. Good assortment of pitches there from deGrom to get Franmil. And here is Gary Sanchez, as we mentioned, 1 for 1 with that home run to right center. That was a monster shot at 105 exit velo. Fastball goes right after him. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Gary caught up to it the first time. We'll see what he does here. It just exploded off the bat of Sanchez. Strike on the slider, 0-2. Got him where he wants him. He can go anywhere now. That is hit pretty well out to left center. He got a hold of that one. That is right off the wall. Going to hold him to a single. It was so hard hit. A couple screaming line drives. One was a home run. This one is a single. And it's a 2-for-2 day for Gary Sanchez. 1 on, 1 out. Sanchez not having a problem with deGrom today. That was screaming down there to left field and was just off the wall, just missed a home run. 101 on that exit velo as well. So here is Ryan Braun. Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. He struck out back in the 2nd. He's 2 for 5 in the series with a home run. Runner on, 1 out. Lays off, 1-1. That fastball is just not working for deGrom today. Guys are all over it. All the way, 1-1. All the way, 1-2. Sanchez has not run well over at first, so it'll take a bit to avoid a double play. All the way again. Braun trying to stay alive, just trying to catch up to that fastball. After him, it'll be Matt Kemp. All the way again. Making him work. Here's pitch number 7. Lays off. Nice take there on that slider. 2-2. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th, 3-1 your score. Expos trying to add on. This is your score from yesterday. That is up the middle. We'll see. Lindor will shove it over to McNeil and fires it over to first for the double play. 6-4-3 double play gets him out of the jam. Nothing doing for the Expos. They go down on the double play and 3-1 after 4. Hamels at 76 pitches will go out for the 5th inning and try to finish off 5 innings of work. He'll have 8, 9, and 1. Jonathan VR 0 for 1. And fouls it away quickly, 0 and 2. That's what you want when you're trying to keep the pitch count down. Want to get him through 5 and get him the victory on the day if possible. Popped up in foul territory, no play for Braun. Oh, we'll see. On deck is James McCann, and then back to the top of the order with McNeil. Swung on and missed, he'll get VR here, and that is 11 punch-outs for Cole Hamels, having a day. He is the ERA leader, as you see there, only limited to 1 today. Here is James McCann, 0 for 1. Takes a ball, 1-0, down low. If anybody can reach, after McNeil, it'll be Pilar. Strike 1 and 1. Cole Hamels being as advertised, but the pitch count is of concern. 1 and 2. Dude, comes out of that bullpen. The bullpen has been good so far. Here's strikeout number 12. He's getting his strikeouts just on strikeouts. His strikeouts on strikeouts, yes. His outs on strikeouts. That's more like it. His strikeouts are strikeouts. Don't you know? 12 on the day for Cole. And now 2 away for Jeff McNeil. "85 pitches, 86 coming. Swung on and missed. He had him foolish on that circle change. And 0 and 2. Good inning of work so far. Let's see if we can cap it off. And ground ball play for Pinder, and that should end the inning. And it will. 5 innings of masterful work for Cole Hamels. That should do it for him on the day. But 11 strikeouts, nothing to be sad about there. And he's got his boys up 3-1. So they'll decide on how to face the Mets. Will go to Nick Whitgren out of the bullpen. He'll have the 6th inning duties. The bottom of the 5th right now. Matt Kemp leading things off against DeGrom. 50th pitch for him coming here in the 5th. And the first pitch laid off 1-0 on the curveball. So much better couple bounce back innings for DeGrom, but he has given up 3 home runs, one of them to this man right here. Plays off 2-0, being much more patient is Matt Kemp. DeGrom not wanting to give up anything easy. 2-0. That is hit pretty well out to left center. We'll see if they can run that one down. That's going to fall for a base hit, and Kemp will be on with a single. Does not run well enough to stretch it out to a double. So we'll hold. And they've got a leadoff base runner on first. And here is Chad Pinder. Pinder 0 for 1. See if they can make anything of it. Double play would be in order. 1-0, lays off. They're going to pitch him low. So you want to be wary of that. On deck, Greg Garcia. Fastball up high. Got him to swing and miss, 1-1. Caught his attention at 101. He didn't get the out pitch. Fastball, and that's hit pretty well on the gap. That'll drop in right field, and playing station to station, first and second on the single by Chad Pinder. So Expos have something cooking, first and second. Still nobody out, and here's Greg Garcia, 0 for 1 on the day, bottom of the order, and then it's Randy Arozarena on deck. First pitch slider misses, 1-0. So DeGrom facing a little more tougher task here in the 5th. That is hit well with foul. Got a hold of that fastball down the middle, 1-1. He's got to be careful with that at Labatt Park. Ground ball, that rolls foul, 1-2. He needs a double play. The Expos want to tack on some more. They're not safe with just a 2-run lead. Fouled away at 100. Just catching up. Here's the 1-2, lays off. Good take, 2-2. Guys are geared up right now. 60 pitches for DeGrom here in the 5th. That's hit pretty well out to right field. That'll at least score a run. That's to the warning track. Caught out there by Conforto. That'll tag the runner. It's not going to score a run. That'll tag the runner from second. So first and third now with one away. And they will try to strike here with Randy Arozarena coming to the plate. Arozarena 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. 1 for 6 in this series. Has a chance to drive in one. That's Kemp over there at third. It'll take a good fly ball to drive him in. Swung on a miss, 0-1. 3-0-8 with runners in scoring position is Arozarena. 3-1. This was the score yesterday. Trying to tack on. This is going to be popped up, and that's not going to move anybody. Everybody will scamper back. That's caught by Smith out there and left. No chance to score there. But here's Cesar Hernandez with 2 away. He had a solo home run back in the first, 1 for 2. He can help himself here. First and third with 2 away. Fastball inside and got him swinging and missing all over the place. And 0-1. On deck is Mark Canha. If Hernandez can get on. That's hit well in the gap in right center, and that nobody's going to catch that. That's going to score a run, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Hernandez with another double. That's 19 on the year for him in the gap in right center. Scores another run. It's now 4-1, and second and third with 2 away. For Mark Canha, they're going to counter with Joey Lucchesi, the lefty, out of that bullpen. Lucchesi, 22 games on the year for him, 2-1 record, 3 ERA even, 24 strikeouts, and 17 walks. They have a base open for Mark Canha, but they're going to go after him here. First pitch to him, sinker, and that's fouled, 0-1. Canha quiet today, 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. They've had his number in the series, although he has 2 doubles, 2 for 6. They have limited the home runs, and that is asking for a lot. Lucchesi features a sinker, curveball, cutter, and a changeup. And jams him with the cutter inside, 0-2. They're trying to get him swinging. If he can reach, it'll be Franmil. Got him swinging and missing on the curveball, made him look foolish. And that'll end the 5th. But a run does come in. And after 5-4 to run... Four runs. 4 runs for the Expos, 7 hits, no errors. And for the Mets, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. 4-1, your score. So it'll be a new pitcher out there. It'll be Nick Whitgren, and he'll have the 6th inning duties. It's a bullpen day the rest of the way. 16 games of work for him, no ERA. That's what you want. 7 holds on the year. The bullpen has done its job. And he'll face Kevin Pillar right now, 1 for 2, to begin the 6th. Let me put on a new station. This one's been kind of tired and quiet today. Party. Nick Whitgren, 0-1. That is popped up to center field. Play for Arozarena, barely has to move, and makes a catch. Out number 1 here in the 6th. Cole Hamels' day is done. 5 innings of work, masterful. 5 innings. Excuse me. 11 strikeouts for him. And it's Dominic Smith here, 0 for 2. Bullpen day. Let's see if they can hold it up. Nick Whitgren fires a strike, 0-1. After him, it's Pete Alonso. Lays a strike in there on the slider, 0-2. Nice pitch by Whitgren. 0-2, here it is. And got him with the slider. Inside corner, caught the black. Strikeout for Whitgren, and 2 away now for Pete Alonso. So here is Pete, 0 for 1 on the day. Took a walk last time up, takes a strike here, 0-1. Otherwise, he struck out. 0-1 and 0-2. Quickly trying to set down Alonso and the Mets here in the 6th. Here's the 0-2 from Whitgren, and swung on and missed. He gets Alonso with the changeup down low, caught him swinging. And nice job out of relief for Nick Whitgren. The Expos still on front 4-1. So we'll take a look at the bullpen, how we want to go about it. Gonna have the lefty Sam Freeman warm up just in case. Whitgren didn't waste any time. We might have him come out for another inning. Here's Franmil Reyes against Joey LaCasey to begin the 6th. LaCasey only took 3 pitches and he got Mark Canha in the order. Foul ball by Reyes, 0-1. It was not a good day for DeGrom. He tried to hang in there but gave up 4 runs on the day. So it's bullpen the rest of the way, just like it was the day before. 5 innings of work for both sets of starters on both days. Bullpen day the rest of the day here. 1-1. Reyes will foul off the sinker. 1-2. On deck, Gary Sanchez. He has a home run, and then Ryan Braun in the order. Curveball and fouled away. He's trying to just stay alive. In case he's making guys look foolish. Formerly a starter. Formerly of the Blue Jays, Padres, a few other teams in there. I forget who. Now a lefty specialist out of that bullpen. Swinging and missing, and they'll throw down to first for the first out of the 6th. Casey's got his second strikeout against the second batter. Here is Gary Sanchez, and he's homered and doubled in the game so far. Homered and single, excuse me. 2 for 2. And that screaming home run at 105 exit velo. Swings and misses here at a curveball. 0-1. So 6th inning, 4-1. They have limited the Mets offense with 1 run apiece in both games. That is the name of the game. And the Expos riding high, looking for win number 13 in a row. And a quick little 2-game sweep. They just can't lose. 1-2 fouled away. Swung on and missed. They'll get Sanchez this time around. And LaCasey, 3 punch-outs already. The first 3 batters he's faced. Here is Ryan Braun, 0 for 2. A whole new Joey LaCasey out of that bullpen. Braun 0 for 2. That's a comebacker. Get out of the way there on the first pitch. That sinker came right back at him. He had to duck out of the way. Saw his life flash before his eyes. You see the Expos now hitting as a team over 300, 301. I love that. Is the Angels the next closest at 287. And your guys are all hitting above 300. That is amazing. Here's Matt Kemp, 2 for 2 day. Home run for him. And a single. Lays off on a changeup, 1-0. And later had an RBI. Run on first. Here's Kemp. 2-0. So 2 strikeouts to begin the 6th, and now trying to get out of a little bit of work here. Fouled away 2-1. And that's a comebacker back to him, and another single. So 2 out hitting again. The Expos, that is their MO. And they've got something cooking now, still with 2 outs, but threatening. Chuck and duck. Here's Chad Pinder, 1 for 2 on the day. He would love to tack on another run for the Expos. And gets a curveball, 0-1. He singled back in the 5th last time up. Two out hitting. Sinker Inside, 1-1. If he can reach, it'll be Greg Garcia. That is popped up, and we'll see. That should end the inning. And caught out there by Dominic Smith, and it does. So a couple two-out base hits are left stranded, and after 6, 4-1 your score. We'll see Frankie Lindor, and we come back. Here's the aforementioned Francisco Lindor, 2 for 2 day. He'll now hit from the left side. The power side goes away. And they're going to leave Whitgren out there. Only had 8 pitches thrown in the 6th. They'll leave him out for another inning, at least for right now. And first pitch to Lindor, 0-1. After Lindor, it is Conforto and then J.D. Davis in the lineup. 1-2. Well, limiting the Mets offense. Only 3 hits on the day for him. 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors for the Expos. They've been firing all cylinders in this series. Bullpen doing their job and gets a strikeout here of Lindor. 3rd strikeout already for Whitgren in relief. They just might let him go here. Let's see, they've got Davis and then VR in the lineup. They're going to call upon Sam Freeman. They're going to let the lefty-lefty matchup go. Sam Freeman's going to come out of this bullpen, and we'll have to see about a reliever after him. So Freeman stands in, and he's got no ERA to speak of either in 18 appearances. That's what you want out of him. And limiting the hitters as well. 29 strikeouts. He's been a big part of that bullpen this year. Lefty-lefty here. 1 away here in the 7th for Michael Conforto. 0 for 2 on the day. Had a home run in game 1, but quiet right now. 2 strikeouts. 0-1, here it is, and popped up foul. And 0-2. Going for the strikeout here. Freeman. Conforto lays off. Freeman having an all-star year as well. Did not see this coming from him. Just signed out of free agency. Foul ball. We'll stay at 1-2. Almost to the finish. 7th inning. 2-2. 1 away here in the 7th. Conforto ground ball. That's still going to go foul, and they're keeping him alive. Here's pitch number 8 of the at-bat. And that is hit well. Conforto's going to have himself another, and gone out to right field. They're within 2. Off the lefty, Sam Freeman. That's the first run that he has given up all year, and we're in June. Michael Conforto goes yard on the lefty-lefty matchup. Says you're not supposed to do that on a lefty-lefty. Conforto brings him within 2. It's now 4-2. He's been basically their entire offense this year, or at least in this series. And now you face a little bit of trouble. Now they're tied up as far as getting the lefty-righty matchups together. Here's J.D. Davis, a righty. And he's going to take a strike 0-1. Still 1 away here in the 7th. Now a 2-run ball game. They're within striking distance. 0-1, and that is it. Well, they're going to have back-to-back home runs. Conforto and J.D. Davis. Davis hits a towering drive out to left field. That went at least second deck. I didn't even see where that landed. And now, within a run, 4-3 your score here in the 7th. And they're just getting back to the top of the order where they strike hard. J.D. Davis, 423 feet on that one. That is an upper deck shot. 3rd upper deck home run we have seen. And now all sorts of trouble Jonathan VR stands in. He's going to hit from the right side. Freeman getting rocked right now. This is unheard of for Sam Freeman. 1-0. On deck, Pilar. I gotta imagine Rogers is in. He would pitch to him. Rogers down in that bullpen. They got ready in a hurry. 1-run ball game here in the 7th. All turned upside down. And here's a good drive out the left field. That'll be caught by Braun for the second out. Now here is James McCann. After McCann, it's McNeil. And they're going to go to the bullpen. They're going to call upon Tyler Rogers yet again in this series. An off day tomorrow, so no problem there. Here's Tyler Rogers. He's tasked with getting the last out of the 7th. Sidewinder, submariner, whatever you want to call him. 0-1 to James McCann. He's 0-2 in the series. On deck, it's the top of the order, McNeil, if he can reach. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And got him swinging on 3 pitches. That's what you wanted. And gets out of the jam. But the Mets put up 2 runs on back-to-back home runs. And now, within 1 striking distance, it's now 4-3. Time to stretch. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. And we're back to you live on Twitch. RJ DJ back with you. It's Expos Baseball on the show from Labatt Park in Montreal. Montreal clinging to that 4-3 lead, and we mean clinging. It was back-to-back home runs for the Mets in the 7th before being retired by Conforto and Davis. And they now are within a run. You see on the other side, home runs by Gary Sanchez, Matt Kemp, and Cesar Hernandez on the day. And that has been the difference so far, but the Mets are striking. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th first. Leading off, it'll be Greg Garcia, and then a Rosarena and Cesar Hernandez. And actually, they're going to pinch hit for Greg Garcia, and they're going to call upon Sean Rodriguez to face the lefty. Rodriguez hits the lefties a little bit better than Garcia. So Sean Rodriguez getting his first appearance of the series, 352 hitter. Having a great season so far. And first pitch from Lucchesi here in the 7th. Sinker and fouled away, 0-1. So they need some insurance runs right now if they want to keep in this. Tyler Rogers got him out of the 7th, out of the jam. But within a run now. And the heart of the order coming up for the Mets when we come back in the top of the 8th. So they are going to try to avoid the series sweep. That is fouled away down the left side. That was an upper deck shot by J.D. Davis, of all people. It gets him within a run. 1-2 to Sean Rodriguez. After him, it'll be a Rosarena, and then Cesar Hernandez, the switch hitter. If anybody reaches, it'll be Marcana. That is popped up to left center and hit pretty well, but that's going to be run down by VR out there in center for the first out of the 7th. Here's Randy, 0-3, quiet today. 2 out last in the 5th inning. Needs to spark the offense right now. Casey doing well out of relief. That sinker is the big part of why they are doing well in relief. 0-1. 1 out here in the 7th to Rosarena. Fouls it away. It'll be 0-2. Guys just look out of place right now. The Grom kind of, they caught on with the fastball, but now the bullpen comes in and they're kind of all thrown all over the place. That is hit well by Rosarena, but we'll see. That's going to hook foul, and we'll have to see if that splash landed or not first before we come back. Let's take a look at it just to make sure. That was hooking around the foul pole, just outside the foul pole, and lands on the patio. So nothing doing there. So 0-2. Sinker baller, and that's going to be a comebacker to LaCasey. And he takes it himself for the second out. So making quick work in the relief. LaCasey, as we mentioned, the former starter, he can go the rest of the way if he needs to. Here's Cesar Hernandez. He has a home run off to Grom. But now hitting from the right side against the lefty LaCasey. We'll see what he does here. If he can reach it, he'll have Marcana have a chance. First pitch to Hernandez, pops it up. A play for VR out there, and they're going to get out of the 7th inning unscathed. So after 7, 1-run ball game, 4-3. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is going to get interesting. John Rodriguez will stay in the ball game. He'll play over at second base. It's going to be Jeff McNeil to lead things off. They're going to leave Tyler Rogers out there for at least a little bit longer, maybe a few batters here in the 8th. So top of the order for the Mets, McNeil, Pilar, and Smith, and if anybody reaches, it's Pete Alonso. First pitch in there for a strike. Second one misses with the curveball, 1-1. Attendance 38,760. Not as big as the last game, but a big bunch of crowds to see the Mets take on the first place Expos. And that's hitting the gap in right center, and that is going to roll to the wall. McNeil is going to have himself a lead-off double, and he's headed for 3. He is on third with a triple. They had problems getting the ball back into the infield, and there's Jeff McNeil's pants, I think. There's Jeff McNeil with a triple out in Triple's alley there. That little corner out there. So now, threatening. They have the tying run at third and a chance to drive him in here for Kevin Pilar, 1 for 3 on the day. Now this gets really interesting. Pitch for a strike, 0-1. Pilar with a double and a run scored today. They are striking here in the late innings. Swung on and missed, 0-2. So 0-2, here it is, and ground ball play. They're going to tie this ball game up. Hernandez throws over to first in time to get the out, but the tying run scores for the Mets on the ground ball, and Pilar delivers. 4-4 your score now. Here is Dominic Smith. They're going to go to the bullpen and call on Oliver Perez to face him and prevent anybody else from coming in. Pete Alonso is on deck, don't forget. So here we go. Lefty-lefty matchup, Oliver Perez in the ball game, and a first pitch fastball, 0-1. This is getting interesting. Foul ball and 0-2. Can they keep it tied? Nobody on right now. 1 away. Foul away to remain 0-2. So game 2 being a little bit interesting here. Swung on and missed on the slider and gets him. He'll go down swinging a big out number 2 to keep this ball game tied. If this goes into extras, we may just call it a day after the 2 games instead of having a Diamond Dynasty game. We've already been on for 2.5 hours. So here is Big Pete Alonso. They've kept him quiet today, 0 for 2. They need a big out here, and he would love to put his Mets on the board right now and ahead. Walk back in the 4th, but 0-2, 0 for 2 on the day. Perez, big task here. Fouled away, it's 0-2. He finished the job. The 0-2, fouled away, we'll do it again. Swung in the dirt and just got a hold of that one. 0-2, here it is. Fouled away, fastball inside. Good take there. 0-2 slider gets him, and he goes down yet again, swinging and gets out of the jam. But the Mets tie the ball game up on the force out, and it's 4-4 now going to the bottom of the 8th. Luckily, the Expos have the heart of the order. It's Mark Canha, and they're going to get the bullpen ready to go with Roberto Ozuna just in case. Here we go. Mark Canha can be the hero again against Joey LaCasey. Still back out there. Why not? First pitch to Canha. Curveball inside and swings and misses 0-1. On deck, Franmil Reyes. And after that, Gary Sanchez. A tough task for the Mets if they want to keep it tied. The 0-1. Curveball, that's hit deep to center field. We'll see. That's going to be corralled out there by VR, so not enough. You hold your breath every time Canha swings. And now it is caught for the first out, a big out number 1. They retire Canha. Here is Franmil Reyes, 0 for 3 on the day. And lays off on the first one, 1-0. Does well against lefties, as you see there, 429. So maybe Franmil has the bat to come through. Here's the 1-0 slider. That's going to be a ground ball over to third. Play for J.D. Davis. He makes the second out over there. So now it's up to Gary Sanchez here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 for 3, but he does have that home run. And also singled in the ball game. See if Gary can keep the inning going or bring him ahead. That is hit towering to left field on the first pitch. Gary Sanchez puts him in the lead. 5-4 here in the 8th. His 14th and second home run of the day is a big one. Gary is so scary, folks. Clutch Gary Sanchez comes through in the 8th, and now they are back out in front 5-4. Getting mobbed in the dugout. What a job by Gary Sanchez on the first pitch he saw. Just got a hold of that one. Gotta love it. Gotta love Gary. 96 on the exit velo, 400 on the distance. Doesn't matter the distance, it is gone, and they are up 5-4 with 2 outs. Struck it with 2 outs. He was the last hope of the 8th. So no tie now, and here's Ryan Braun on the first pitch, and he pops it up to center field, and that will end the inning. But Gary Sanchez, second home run of the day, comes through big. Jackpot. Solo home run puts him back on top 5-4, and we're going for the save. So here comes Roberto Ozuna again. He's got a tough task, though. Pair of lefties coming out of that lineup. 19 for 20 in save opportunities, going for another right now, leading by 1. Here we go. 9th inning, Francisco Lindor leads off. Hitting from the left side, swings and misses 0-1. He's 2 for 3 on the day. His 2 hits came as a righty, though, not a lefty. Here's the 0-1. Fastball in there, 98, 0-2.
So am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So that
swung on and missed. First out of the 9th. There you see it. Ozuna would be tied for the league lead in saves if he can pull this one off. Past his teammate Tyler Rogers. Here's Michael Conforto. He had the solo home run in the 7th that got him within a run, and then J.D. Davis right behind him, so this is tough. Conforto takes a strike, 0-1. And 2. Ozuna delivered. It swings and misses. He gets Conforto. Big out number 2, but he's got one more in place, and that's J.D. Davis with a home run on the day as well. Fireball from Ozuna got 96 down low. That is not an easy task. So here is J.D. Davis, the last batter for the Mets, unless they can extend it, and it would be VR. First pitch to Davis. Fouled away down that left side, 0-1. Some big outs from the bullpen right now. Ozuna, the 0-1. Swung on a miss on the slurve, 0-2. And now one strike away. Crowd on their feet, 38,000 strong. Want to see this one finish off. Here is the 0-2. Davis takes 1-2. Ozuna looking for the the strikeout pitch. And you get Davis here. 1-run ball game, 2 outs, 1-2. Lays off 2-2. That is up the middle. They're going to extend this ball game. The tying run is at first base. Not done just yet are the Mets. Davis keeps it alive here with a single up the middle. Now the tying run at first, the winning run at the plate in the form of Jonathan VR. The center fielder today, 0 for 3. First pitch to him. Misses with the ball, 1-0. If he can reach it, would be James McCann. They want to get out of this right now. Strike 1-1, 98. Here's the 1-1. Fouled down that right side. That's some pretty good distance on it, but now 1-2, and the crowd back on their feet, cheering on Roberto Ozuna, trying to finish the deal. Swung on and miss, he's got him. And the Expos hang on. Win it 5-4 on a big day by Gary Sanchez. His team hangs on. Roberto Ozuna gets the save. They win it 5-4, and more importantly, the winning streak extended to 13 games in a row. They take the 2-game sweep from the Mets. They hang on with a run in the 8th. Hernandez had a home run on the day. Kemp had a home run. Here you see Kemp's bunch of solo shots off of the Grom. Sanchez had one. He had 2 eventually. It was a home run by J.D. Davis. That was a light tower power. Here you see Gary Sanchez deliver. Big day for him. Ozuna shuts the door. The Mets go back to New York after being swept in the 2-game series. Gary Sanchez, the player of the game, well deserved. 3 for 4 on a day where we didn't see much from Mark Hanna. It was over, so Gary Sanchez comes through. Joey Lucchesi takes that tough luck loss. He was good in 3 innings of relief for the Mets in place of Jacob deGrom, who just didn't have it on the day. Oliver Perez gets the win. And big days for the Mets. 2 for 4 for J.D. Davis with a home run. 1 for 4 for Conforto. He had 2 home runs in the series. Just not enough. Like Gary Sanchez, Cesar Hernandez, Matt Kemp, you see there, all did well. So I think that extended a little late. I think that's going to do it for me. I don't think we need to do a Diamond Dynasty game just to kind of fill in. I think that was a pretty good 2-game series to kind of show off for you. But yeah, getting the job done yet again. And then we will see the Tampa Bay Rays after this. It'll be a 3-game series with the Rays. We'll have that on the stream tomorrow. And then Friday is going to be the 4-game series with the Indians that you see there. When we come back on Monday, we're going to have a home series with the Blue Jays and the Astros. And I don't know which game. We'll probably make it the final game, that Sunday game. We are going to feature a game from Olympic Stadium, pre-Olympic Stadium, I guess, the roof open Olympic Stadium. So early Olympic Stadium, because we can't have a dome stadium, custom stadium. But that third and final game that's coming up on Monday will be from Olympic Stadium. So that'll be a nice little special, pay homage to the old Expos against it'll be a all-Canadian game. The Expos and the Blue Jays. That'll be nice to see. And then it'll be the Astros. Maybe we'll have to bring a trash can out for that one. for that Astros series. And then you see the Blue Jays and the Astros again after that. So that'll be interesting. The Blue Jays, we might have to feature them from Salem Field in Buffalo instead of Toronto. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. So we'll see. That is for the month of June, but as we mentioned, tomorrow we'll have the 3-game series with the Tampa Bay Rays, and a 4-game series we'll have be a little bit early.
The computer that we have running our news from time to time
the song again?
took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is
4 games with the Indians there on Friday, so we'll be a little bit early in that stream, but do stay tuned for that. So that'll be nice, but they're going back on the road. They're going to Tampa and then Cleveland and back home on Monday. So signing off is me, RJ the DJ. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me yet again. Thank you. Apologize it was just a quick 2-game series, but we will have more on tap for you for the rest of the week. So I will see you again same time tomorrow. But for now, take care. We'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everybody.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
Mystery, I know you heard of me, 'cause that name